To my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Truly grateful. So many channels you could be watching. You're watching mine. Dating in the Philippines. 4 major hidden risks. 4 on his face. I just want to talk about that today. I woke up with it. I've been experiencing problems with dating over here for over 13 years. And I just want to share some stuff that I've learned. Hidden risks. Stuff that you can't see on a woman's dating profile. And even when you come over here in person. Let me put this disclaimer out here. I'm not a psychologist or a dating expert, a guru or anything like that. This is just my boots on the ground experience with dating and my observations with dating over here. First of all, let me be honest. Some of us have no business dating over here. It's too complicated for us. We refuse to play the game. We don't understand the rules of dating 8,000 miles from home. Now, having said that, what is a risk? Let me give you the example. The definition of a risk. It's a situation involving exposure to danger or harm or loss. And the first thing I'm going to talk about, one of the major risks, hidden, is underage women. A lot of times when we come over here, women that we date and that choose to date us, they have no birth certificate, they have no ID. So they'll lie on their profile, they'll say they're 22, they're 16 or 17. It's hard, if not impossible, to tell the difference between a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old over here. But there's dangers associated with that because there's laws over here in place that make it a crime to have any type of relations with a child under the age of 18. I don't care about that consent law. Listen to me. There's laws that make it a crime to date any child under the age of 18 over here. So underage women, underage boys, it's a hidden risk over here that you really have to be concerned about. Because a lot of times the family will go along with it. I met a young lady, I've told you this story before, her profile said 22, she was 18, and even though she was legal over here, it was just too young for me. But I couldn't tell an 18-year-old from a 22-year-old. She looked 22 to me. See, we're looking and hoping that she's old enough. So that's one thing we have to watch out for. Be careful, man, because they don't play that over here. It gets you in a lot of deep trouble over here, dating underage women. Okay, something else that's hidden. Hey, mein Buntag. That's hidden that we can't see, and there's no way for you to really find out until it's too late. It's a setup from the beginning. They're never going to love you. It's all about the visa. It's all about a better life. It's all about helping the family. It's a setup. And a lot of times we fall into that trap because it's a hidden risk. You just can't see it. By the time you know what's going on, it's too late. You've been had. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about this happens all the time. I'm just saying the risk. So many people, myself included, have great experiences with dating Filipinos over here. And dating Filipinos, period. And dating a positive dating experience in the Philippines. I'm just talking about the risk associated, the hidden risk associated with dating in the Philippines, especially when you come from the West. We're coming so far away. Most of us, I would say 95% of us, maybe even more, meet the people online. It's just so many things that you can't see, that you can't tell. And that's one of them. You know, it's a setup from the beginning. And once they get everything they're going to get from you, they toss you to the side. Big deal. You know. Hey, man, good time.
What are you doing?
I'm just walking. That's our caretaker at the house we're staying. He's a real good guy. So yeah, it's a hidden risk. But remember, no risk, no rewards. No balls, no blue chips. You got to be in it to win it. But, you know, I just want to talk about this today. So yeah, be on the lookout. And, you know, in some of the things you could probably try to feel, the vibe would be, you know, asking for money all the time, talking about the visa and marriage and everything real fast, but it's hidden. You can't see it. Mental health issues. This is hidden. And where would that come from? You know, how would I even know that? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. But poverty, and a lot of the women that we deal with, most of us deal with, they're coming from a situation of poverty. And see, poverty has a traumatic effect on people, believe it or not. I grew up poor, but some of the situations over here are worse than what I grew up in. And the inability to pay for day-to-day expenses, food, clothing, everything, it's emotionally and mentally taxing on people. And even though you will come over here and improve her situation, the difficulty still persists, and they're unable to really enjoy day-to-day life like they should, like you would think. See, remember I was saying a lot of times we don't get the reaction we're looking for. You know, when we do something for a young lady over here, we change their lives. Because a lot of times, man, it has to do with the mental issues that they're dealing with. You know, there's a lot of sexual abuse, a lot of women, let me put it like this, a lot of women and children experience, good morning, sexual abuse over here, according to the Chameleon Association, which fights crimes against children. 7 million Filipino children, most 70% of them between the ages of 10 and 18, suffer some type of sexual abuse. So as the woman that you're dealing with, did she experience sexual abuse when she was young? You won't know that. You can't see it. It's hidden. And it'll start coming out because I've seen some crazy behavior over here. What about domestic violence? Absolutely. 1 in 4 women over here say that they've experienced it. 1 in 7 women say they've been sexually harassed at some time in their lives. But you'll never know it because this is stuff that they will never see the light of the day. They don't want to tell you about it. But you're stuck with it when you get over here. It'd be nice to know before you went into that situation. But they're going to be private. They're very private, when it comes to stalking and violence and sexual abuse and poverty and the effects that it has on people's minds. But there's a lot of hidden mental issues over here, and you can't see it on the outside. It's just too late, guys. By the time you figure it out, you're in love, you're emotionally involved, you're financially involved, you're all in, man. You know, it's just something it's a risk that you have to take over here when you're dating people. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons, the main reason to take it slow over here. Take it easy. When guys come over here and they get real involved in the first couple of weeks, man, you don't know what you got. It's going to take years for you to find out. Remember, we're just talking about the risk involved. No risk, no rewards. No balls, no blue chips. You got to be in it to win it. I'm not saying your experience is going to be bad, but there are some major hidden risk over here, man. And we're talking about, when we're saying risk, we're talking about a situation involving exposure to danger or harm or loss. Now, what's something else that's hidden over here that you can't see? Well, you know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And it ends up that you end up with something worse over here than you had over there. Or, you know, it's dating and women over here is not what you thought it would be. Because at the end of the day, Filipinos are women. And as a man, you're going to have a lot of the same problems dealing with a Filipino as you would any woman. All you have to do is ask a Filipino man, he'll tell you. But yeah, the grass isn't always greener. I ran into that. I've got a friend who's running into it now. I've seen it so many times. And it has a lot to do with a lot of the reasons I was telling you about, specifically the mental issues. Man, you come over here, they want to possess you. They want to henpeck you. They throwing temper tantrums. And you're like, well, wow, this is what I had at home. I thought I was going to get something better over here. So it's not what you thought it was going to be, but you never know until you get over here. But it's just a risk, guys. That's all I'm talking about today. The risk. Because I finally got it right, I think. But when Marilyn starts to act crazy like that, I keep this stuff in mind about, you know, maybe she has something hidden in her past she isn't telling me about. I don't know. Because it can get frustrating when they want you to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. Sometimes it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, sometimes, you know, they nitpick you. They're complaining. You know, she said, oh, we come here for a family vacation. And, you know, you didn't take us anywhere. I'm like, well, damn. I came over here to Lapu-Lapu to relax. See? And how many family vacations have we been on? Boracay, Siquijor Island, Lackawanna Island, Bohol, Malbo, so many. And we had a wonderful time, but just the fact that you can go on a family vacation, don't forget that. See? This is what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is just some hidden dangers I wanted to talk about today. Some hidden risk associated with dating over here, because we all think it's going to be strawberries and cream over here. And some of us, we get slapped in the face with a dose of reality. Took me a long time to really get it right. Is it going to be perfect? No. And that's why I always say it's more to the Philippines than women. Because if it was just women with me, I'd have been gone, because my past over here with dating hasn't been the best. But I love the people. I love the fact that I'm welcome here. I love the weather, the beaches. There's so much to do over here. Of course, my money goes further over here. I don't have to work here. I've got a relaxing, laid-back lifestyle. Better than the best I've ever known. So, I never came over here for a woman to begin with. That wasn't my reason. When I came here to live, I was married already. I was married to a Filipino already. I was looking for all the stuff that I just named. So for anybody who's coming over here, because a lot of us have made that our main focus, to come over here and find a wife. I get a message every day. I get an email every day. FaceTime with people. That's their sole purpose. So I'm just going to let you know that there's a lot of risk, hidden risk involved with dating over here. And that's just 4 of them that I named, and you can't see them. They're underage. A lot of these women over here, they don't have a birth certificate. They don't have an ID. They'll say on their profile that they're 22, and they're 16, they're 17. There's laws over here that make it a crime to date children under 18, to have any type of relationship with them. So don't come with me with that, all the age of consent. Well, probably you're not a Filipino citizen, first of all. So I don't think that's going to jive with the Filipino authorities. You over here dating, even if you have the permission of the parents. Don't try it, guys. It's a setup from the beginning. She never was going to love you in the first place. It's all about the visa. It's all about the new life. It's all about helping her family. The mental health issues, it's real, guys. And you're not going to know it. I'm not saying that my ex or anyone I've ever had mental issues, but man, they've had some strange behavior. Throwing fits, temper tantrums in front of people. Shocking. And I never expected it. But it comes from, poverty has a traumatic effect on people. Trying to make it from day to day, trying to make ends meet, and the inability to do that, it taxes you emotionally and mentally. Sexual abuse, you don't know if she's ever suffered that. Domestic violence, verbal abuse, stalking. They're not going to tell you, man. And you won't know because you can't see it. The grass isn't always greener. You may end up with something worse over here than you had over there. Who knows? There's no risk, no rewards. You got to be in it to win it. No balls, no blue chips. I'm just telling you the risk associated with it. So many people have come over here and had a great dating experience in the Philippines, myself included. But a lot of us, took me several times before I really got it right, but a lot of us have experienced disaster because you just don't know what you got for years sometimes. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. It's the holidays, guys. Come on. Everybody got a little bonus. You got a little time off. Just share what you've got. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything extra. But if you're on one of them holiday runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift or you're on your lunch break, and you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's about 7:30, I guess. On Friday morning, it's holiday here, December 30th. So if you're in the Philippines, no banks are open. Very little businesses, government businesses and offices are going to be closed today. Also Monday. Not excuse to help somebody over here. That's the Shangri-La. It's a legitimate 5-star hotel here in the Philippines. It's the real deal. Now a day goes by, I don't help somebody over here. We'll have our 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing tonight at 8 p.m. that we do to help Filipinos during the pandemic and the lockdowns. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.